We're all tired of the Black marriage conversation, but I'm also tired of statistics being misrepresented or fabricated to make Black women look bad. So let's actually take a look at the numbers on Black people in marriage in the United States. I'll start with the citation. I'm getting my numbers directly from the U.S. Census Bureau, not a random website. This article is on marriage prevalence for Black adults. It's written by Chanel Washington and Lakita Walker. Shout out to the girls. Those are definitely Black girl names. They note that marriage rates overall are on the decline, duh. The median age of first marriage has increased, and so has the percentage of Black adults who have never been married. But there's one paragraph in that article that we should pay extra close attention to. For all groups, the percentage of never married men in 1970 was 28.1% compared to 22.1% of women. By 2020, those figures rose to 35.8% and 30% respectively. However, in 1970, 35.6% of Black men and 27.7% of Black women were never married. But by 2020, those percentages had jumped to 51.4% for Black men and 47.5% for Black women. So let's put our thinking caps on and do some quick math. By subtraction, we find that at the time of the last census, 48.6% of Black men had ever been married, while 52.5% of Black women had ever been married. That means that more Black women in the United States have been married than Black men. More. Greater than. That also means that the stat that I often see about Black women have a 25% chance of ever getting married is false. Where did that come from? But there's more, because in that article, you can click on that little link with the percentages, and it takes you to a table with more comprehensive marriage data. This table is called Marital Status of the Population 15 years and older by sex, race, and Hispanic origin, 1950 to present. These sources are the decennial censuses, taken every 10 years, and the annual population surveys by the census. Here we see an accounting of marriage divided by gender, and let's look at the most recent year, which is 2022. FYI, that little superscript A means that the people that they're counting here only identify as Black, not Black and just Black. Currently, there are 5.846 million married Black men in the United States. That is 36% of their total population, and there are currently 6 million married Black women in the United States. That's 32% of our total population. More married Black women than married Black men. And the percentage difference between married Black men and married Black women is actually pretty small. That means about 1 in 3 Black people in the U.S. is married. I did make sure to note that there are 2.5 million more Black women than Black men in the United States. But traditionally, which gender asks which gender to get married? Traditionally, who proposes? But there is some more interesting data here. Currently, 82% of unmarried Black men has never been married, while 72% of currently unmarried Black women has never been married. Additionally, Black women are 2.5 times more likely than Black men to be widowed. 8.5% of Black men have been divorced, while 11.2% of Black women have been divorced. I did the math. Simple division. Look at the numbers. That's it. This conversation about Black love and dating and romance dynamics is so much more complex than just marriage stats. But since y'all want to cite marriage stats so bad, please do it right. Please don't do it in a skewed way or in a way that belies the fact that you don't know how to read data tables. I don't want to hear that 25% anymore. It's done.